Hello children, welcome to my channel. I am back with the topic NEET preparation with the important topics and preparation tips. Before we proceed with our topic, that is the important tips and tricks for the preparation of NEET examination, I want to say something about myself. I am Shomita ma'am. I am actually a teacher. I am teaching children for over decades. And by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, I am teaching in a very well reputed school in Bengal. So all this while I have been teaching offline, but suddenly this pandemic has taught us a lot of things. So I decided to teach through videos where children cannot reach me. I can at least help children by reaching out to them. There are many children who are in need of a proper guidance, of proper teacher. I want to reach out to them. I'm not a technical person. I know nothing much about making videos and all. I've just learned very few things, and with those limited knowledge, I'm trying to help out children. But I thought that being at home, I am in lockdown now in my state, and at home, utilizing the time and helping children, I think it will be a noble job. So definitely children, I hope you will support, and if you think that I'm wrong in any of the way, then you can please do comment and share your views. All this while I was making videos for general classes. I never thought about NEET children, but there are children who are in need of proper guidance for NEET examination. Maybe there are children who cannot afford such high fees of such coaching centers which are run for the NEET examination preparation. For them, at least if 1% also I can help them, that will be of my great pleasure to help them out. So I thought of this suddenly, recently I thought it, and how to reach out to the children all over the country. So for that I decided to comment on few of the other videos for which maybe few are offended, few are not, but I'm really sorry if you are offended, but definitely my intention was not actually to hurt anybody, but to reach out to children and let them know that there is somebody existing who is ready to help, and you can write in your comments, your requirements, and I would definitely try to cover them up in my videos. Today I shall cover the topic preparation tips and tricks of handling chemistry for NEET examination. NEET examination is basically divided into three parts, that is physical, organic, and inorganic part. Before we proceed, please do like, share, and subscribe if you really like my channel, and you please make it viral and share it with children who need my help. Compared to biology and physics, chemistry is considered to be the most scoring section. When I'm recording like this, my voice is changing, and when I'm saying it over the video, maybe my voice is coming different. I don't know why. There are some technical things which I really don't understand, but don't think that it is said by somebody else. Even in the organic chemistry, the explanation which I did, I think there also the sound is coming a little different when I heard the video after uploading it. Don't think that it is being uploaded by somebody else. I'm only actually doing it, but I directly recorded it when I was doing the solving of those chemical structures, the organic chemistry, the nomenclature part. Maybe because of that, some technical things are there which I don't understand. The voice was coming little different. So how you're going to enhance your skill in preparation of chemistry for the NEET examination? The very first thing I would like to say is thorough planning. Proper planning is very, very important. Without a proper planning, nothing can and be successful. Like if I suddenly start reading organic chemistry today, and tomorrow I think, oh, I'm not feeling like studying organic today, let me do inorganic, and suddenly, oh, inorganic is so boring, I'm not feeling like doing it, let me do some sums from the physical chemistry. Like this, you are never going to achieve your goal. Definitely you have to have a proper planning, a proper routine, and a proper timing. Every day you have to follow that, and definitely you do not go for a long term goal. Please do remember, do not go for a long term goal, but please do go for a short term achievable goal. Definitely those goals which you can achieve, you have to achieve your goal, and those short term goals should be maybe maximum a limit of 1 week, not more than that. And you have to make it sure that you have reached your goal within the specified time that you promised yourself, that you're going to finish this portion in within this time. So you have to plan out in that way. You have to divide the syllabus. Definitely you all know the syllabus, it's available all over Google and everywhere, online, offline, wherever you ask anybody, you will get the syllabus. But the dividing of the syllabus is very important, and divide it into small portions. Do not keep very big portions for a limited period of time to be covered. So you divide it into small portions and try to finish up that part within the specified time. You have lots of time now, since whatever people are saying, it might get postponed, but I would say that you keep yourself ready always. And even those who are going to appear maybe next year or the year after that, for them they have lots of time. From now only you prepare yourself well for the upcoming examination. You have to work on your strength as well as weaknesses. What is your strength? First you identify that, and whatever is your strength, you do that in the later end. But first you identify your weakness and try to cover your weaknesses first, and work on it. Practice every day. With when you sit with your chemistry book, you definitely sit with a notebook. I have told before also, when I have discussed about the strategy of handling organic chemistry, the link is given in the description box, you can go and see that video even. So there also I have said that whenever you sit to study chemistry, definitely you should carry a notebook with you, and you should practice writing. You should have a habit of practice writing and making your own notes, instead of depending upon any YouTuber or anybody to make a ready-made note for you and you just mug them up. Chemistry is not a subject where you can mug and vomit like other subjects, with all due respect to other subjects, but definitely chemistry is not that subject which you can just mug and you can just vomit it in the exam. Definitely not. So you need a lot of practice for that. So for that you have to have a proper planning and a lot of practice, and a notebook for a practice always. So NEET examination comprises of 180 marks, and therefore it is essential for students to prepare well for the chemistry section so that you can answer all the 45 questions. Chemistry syllabus as per the previous trends. In some instances, equal marks distribution is seen between all three sections. So keep that in mind. In order to enhance your chemistry preparation, it's crucial to have a proper planning considering your strength, your weaknesses for exam preparation. NEET 2020 question paper, there were total 9 challenging and 22 moderate and 14 easy level questions. Overall, it was a moderate paper, and the difficulty level in the NEET chemistry was between easy and moderate. 2020 paper, most of the questions appear from NCERT sources, while organic chemistry was highlighted for its number of questions. Most important topic for chemistry from where the questions are generally asked are: what is nuclear stability, what is mass defect, amines, D block elements, atomic structure, organic compounds containing oxygen, classification of elements and periodicity, mole concept and stoichiometry, environmental chemistry. Chemical bonding, molecular structure, redox reaction and electrochemistry. Basic principles of organic chemistry, coordination compounds, thermochemistry and thermodynamics, biomolecules, p block elements, equilibrium. These are some of the topics, and few more are coming in the next slide. Let's see what are they. Hydrocarbons and their substituents, practical chemistry, surface chemistry, polymers, hydrogen, S block elements, nuclear chemistry and chemical kinetics, F block elements, states of matter and solutions. So children, please go through the NCERT textbooks thoroughly first and then think of any reference. NEET physical chemistry, it's the numerical section of the NEET chemistry paper. Understanding the concept is very crucial for this part. Chemistry, I would like to say that it is very difficult to predict a sum. Definitely, whenever you sit with your maths book, do you think that you're going to learn your maths book? No, it is never possible. Similarly, with physical chemistry, you never ever try to learn them up. You have to know your concept, you have to understand the topic well, and then you have to solve sums. A lot of practice is required for physical chemistry even, and solving various questions from previous year questions, maybe from mock papers or something like that, but a lot of sums have to be solved. So, solving a sum without proper knowledge of the related concept is very difficult. So, you must have a very strong grip over the concept that you have learned through your NCERT books and your regular NCERT syllabus. You should maintain a short notebook for keeping a track of all the important formula. Usually theory based questions are not asked from this portion, so be mentally prepared that numericals are going to be For organic chemistry, I have already discussed in one of my videos. The link is given in the description box. You can go there and see the strategy to handle organic chemistry. For inorganic chemistry, it is the easiest section of the NEET chemistry. Students are advised to understand the basic concept taught in NCERT textbooks thoroughly. If you know them well, you are going to do it very well. The portion is the easiest part, and it is easiest for everyone to grab it very fast. From here, formula based question or maybe difficult numerical based questions are not asked. So basic concepts whichever you have learned from the NCERT textbooks, they are enough, and for reference I would suggest few names which you can refer as a reference. But my suggestion is, do not go for reference book until you finish your NCERT syllabus. You should formulate a proper preparation strategy. Planning is very important, and definitely long term goals are not encouraging. Create small achievable goals and a weekly plan and a target which you can achieve. NCERT books are the best friends of your, and to enhance your knowledge after you finish your NCERT revision, you can go for these books which I have given on the screen. You can note them down, you can refer to them as a reference after you finish your NCERT syllabus. Definitely you all do it. You should practice previous year's question papers too, and it has got many advantages too. Practicing previous year's paper, it helps you to evaluate yourself. A self evaluation you can get, and you can check and have a check on yourself that how much you are prepared and how much you are not. And if you think that you are not prepared well, then you prepare yourself well, then take a test, take a mock test, or go through the yearly paper. First solve them by looking into the solution, and then try to solve it without looking into the solution. Then go for other short tests which are all available throughout online, or maybe I might prepare few tests for you in the near future. When you're solving previous year's paper, it helps you to finish up with your quick revision. It comes up as a revision. Like I told you, when you're making your own notes, it becomes a short revision for you. It is a double learning for you. I have already uploaded videos related to quick revision on various portions and chapters for the NEET practice and your syllabus related to chemistry NEET exam. So you can go through those videos. I have uploaded a few of the links in the description box. You can go through it. It also makes you aware of the exam pattern, and also makes you aware of the speed and time management. You know, speed and time management is very important, and both are opposite. When you're sitting to write a test, definitely the speed matters, and also along with the speed, accuracy matters. When you're writing in full speed and you write all rubbish, then it's of no use, whether you finish the paper or you don't finish the paper. If it is absolute rubbish, you get no marks for it. So management of time along with speed and accuracy is very important. So that gives you a good check. Class chemistry section name of unit weightage. So class 11 inorganic chemistry, hydrogen, S block element, P block element, chemical bonding, molecular structure, classification of elements and periodicity and property. This all comprise of 13% by weightage. Organic chemistry, environmental chemistry, organic chemistry in some basic principles and techniques. For hydrocarbons, it's only 11%. Physical concept of chemistry, some basic concepts, structure of atoms, states of matter, gases and liquids, thermodynamics, equilibrium, redox reactions. These are all comprising of total 22%. You can understand which one to prepare more and which one to less. Inorganic chemistry part, let's discuss. General principles and processes of isolation of elements, P block elements and D and F block element, coordination compounds, all of these comprises of 16% from class 12. Organic chemistry, haloalkanes, haloarenes, alcohols, phenols, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid. Organic compounds containing nitrogen, biomolecules, polymers, chemistry in everyday life. All of these comprises of total 22% from class 12. Physical chemistry, solid state solutions, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, surface chemistry, these all comprises of 16%. So friends, thank you and have a nice day children, and please make this video as viral as possible. Since I want to reach out to too many children, I need to help them out, and please do comment.